Hello, everybody. Okay, I think that we are live. If not, then I won't hear from anybody. But if we are, then please let me know in the chat if we are live. So my system says so. So hopefully we are live. If we are, make sure you give a thumbs up in the chat. Let me know that you are here because this is a very odd SwishWilly Saturday because it is significantly earlier in the day. We normally go live at about 7 p.m., but I am testing out a few theories, a few things, just to see if anybody is actually coming in for today. So it'll be really interesting to see if we, who comes in at 3:30 in the afternoon in Eastern Standard Time. So again, if you are here, please let me know in the chat because it's always great talking to you guys. After all, Saturdays are where you guys get to drive the conversation. So again, I'm going to do a PSA like I do on every Saturday. You guys definitely do drive the conversation. We want to talk about what you guys want to talk about. However, please make sure we stay family friendly as this channel is predominantly about Disney. So we want to make sure we are family friendly and respecting those around us. So definitely please make sure that you are letting us know that you're in. So yeah, like I said, this is a test run. I don't know how successful this one's going to be being so early in the day on a Saturday because I think a lot of people are used to the 7 p.m. stream, but it'll be really interesting. So hey to everybody if you are out there. But yeah, so today is a fun day. It's a Saturday. I had one heck of a work week. My week in general in the both schemes of my life in terms of personal and work life have been busy. So yeah, how is everybody else's week being? Hey Veronica, thank you for tuning in. Great to see you as always. How's everybody's work week, school week, just Monday to Friday? How was that? I don't know about you guys. I'm very excited that it is the afternoon. So, and it is Saturday. Hey Kira. Oh, hey Reese, that's okay. No worries. That's fine. I knew your family was around, so that's all good. But yeah, so this is a little bit different. We are live at 3:30 in the afternoon. So a little bit different. Like I mentioned, we are doing a little bit of tests to see how this goes. But yeah, so I hope that you guys like this time. If not, if you would rather me go back to 7 p.m., that's cool too. I do have a poll on my Facebook group and in my community tab on my channel. So definitely make sure that you are either checking in on the community tab or you are part of the Facebook group. I linked it up top and it is pinned there so you can have a little look-see over there and see how it's going. But yeah, so that's that. I just want to make sure I have this out there. So make sure you are sharing the stream out to your friends and family. It's always great to have the more, the merrier, if you know what I mean. So let me 1 second. All right, we have some Epcot music going on in the back. Okay, Veronica, you like this better. You like the afternoon stream. Is this still too early? Like what? This is where I want to gauge everyone's thoughts. Do you want like, is that healthy balance like 5 p.m., 6 p.m.? I don't know, because everybody's Saturdays are different, right? Because this could be around the time where people are doing their groceries. I don't know. Like I said, everyone's Saturday is different. So today is Saturday, obviously, and it is SwishWilly Saturday, so you guys get to drive the conversation. So I am going to start because I did get a really exciting Amazon package today. I don't know how exciting it will be for you guys, but I pre-ordered this back in end of April. It was supposed to be released at the beginning of July, which it was. However, even though I pre-ordered it, it went on back order. I'm still waiting for another one, but this one got shipped to me sooner. Better late than never, I suppose, but I'm pretty excited about this. So I don't know if there's any Marvel fans out there. I'm a pretty big Marvel fan. And I finally got my hands on a fantastic Funko Pop, and it is from one of my favorites, the Falcon and the Winter Soldier. It is Falcon as Captain America. I think it's like the coolest one. So this is, sorry about my window and the glare, it's a glossy box. So that's essentially what he looks like. I love him. The one thing I didn't realize was that it's a bobblehead one, but that's fine because I usually keep them in the box anyway. So yeah, so far I haven't taken out any Funko Pop that I have. But I am waiting on another one from this series. And let's take a guess. What do you think my next Funko Pop from the Falcon and the Winter Soldier series is? Because this one, so I was excited about this one, but I'm like really excited about the one coming up. So if you guys have ever paid attention to what I say about Marvel, you may have a rough idea as to the one that I'm pretty pumped for. If not, I can just tell you, and that's fine too. But Captain America as Falcon. That would, so basically just Falcon. No. However, I do want that one, but I will show you. I'm going to show you on the back because I obviously don't have it. So it is number 813. Mr. Bucky Barnes, Winter Soldier, right here. I'm beyond excited because I am probably one of the world's biggest Bucky fans. I was a huge Bucky fan before Falcon and the Winter Soldier, so that's honestly why I started watching the series, because I love Bucky so much. But that's just me. I'm a sucker for it. So Mr. James Buchanan Barnes. Yeah, so I'm actually really excited to see where they go with those characters. I don't know, who's your favorite Marvel character, Veronica? Because I feel like you might have an interesting one. And Kira, if you are still in here, I'd love to know if you are a Marvel fan or who your favorite Marvel character is. I went to McDonald's for lunch today. Because I was a little piggy today. But that's fine. But yeah, so I don't know if you guys, there's my dog. She's not feeling very good today. She's got a little sore belly, so she's hanging out with me for the afternoon. But yeah, so I love that. So welcome to an afternoon edition of SwishWilly Saturdays. Hope you guys are enjoying this. And again, let me know in the community. Okay, Iron Man or Shang-Chi. Very interesting choice for Shang-Chi, especially because his film hasn't come out yet, but that is cool. He does have a very cool background. So if you don't know about it, make sure that you are Googling it because he is a pretty cool character. So it'll be really interesting to see how he develops throughout the series. The series, the MCU, I should say. So yeah, that's very cool. Very cool. But yeah, so make sure that you guys are letting me know if you like this stream early in the afternoon, if you want it a little bit later, but maybe not as late as 7 p.m., or do you want it after 7 p.m.? Got a few choices in there. So again, head over to my Facebook group, which is pinned at the top of the chat, as well as in my community tab on the main channel page. So definitely let me know, because I definitely want to take what you guys, what everyone's thoughts are into account. Early like 12. Okay. I don't know if I'm ready to get, okay, I wake up early all the time. I don't know if like 12 I'll be ready. Hey, Theme Park Lifestyle, thank you for coming in. This is a little bit earlier, actually much earlier, about 3.5 hours earlier than we normally go live. I am testing out my feelers. I want to see how many people prefer an afternoon stream, early evening stream, or keep it around that 7-8 o'clock mark at night. So yeah, you can definitely take that vote over in the community tab on my channel or on my Facebook group, which is pinned to the top of the chat. I am a Blue Jays fan. Yes, here's my Jays shirt here. I am a Jays fan. Yeah. Oh, and you can't really see it because my dog's there, but I have a Blue Jays pillow. It actually is like the center of attention on most of my YouTube videos. But yeah, I am a big Blue Jays fan myself. I'm just trying to see. I got lots of stuff. I don't know. Oh, there they are. 1 second. I'll show you this because this is kind of fun. Well, I think it's fun. Okay. Okay. So if you've ever been to a baseball game, oh, Vlad is fantastic. Guerrero Jr., heck yeah. Actually, so my family, my dad's originally from Montreal, so my dad's actually a big Montreal Expos fan. Again, they're defunct now. They've actually moved to, they're now the Washington Nationals. But Vladdy's dad played for the Montreal Expos. So Vladimir was actually born in Montreal. So he's technically technically Canadian born, so I don't know if he's maybe like a dual citizen or not. And senior. I mean, he's still pretty young. I wouldn't call him a senior. I think he's only like 3-4 seasons in now at this point, maybe less. I don't know, time flies. But I'm going to show you these. These ones, I just love them, but I'm pretty sure like none of them are with the Jays anymore, but I like them anyway. So if you've been to Bald Senior, what? Who's bald? Vlad Senior. Oh. Okay, I thought you, okay, misunderstood. All good. But yeah, so if you are a baseball fan and you've gone to games, you know that these are things that they give away all the time. So like bobbleheads are a big thing to collect. So I have a couple, well, I have a few. I have Gurriel Jr. He's hilarious because he has a pineapple because they used to call him that because of his hair. But I got this guy. I have from the Canada Day game. I have, again, a player who is not there anymore. I have Aaron Sanchez. So he's got his, I find like his pose is actually really cool. Because you usually just get them like standing there. So there's this bobblehead. And the last one, this one's not a bobblehead. This is like a shimmy shoulder shake one. It's so weird. But this is the Stroman one where it's actually like solar powered. You can see it, and his like he moves like this because I don't know if anyone's ever paid attention to how he pitches, but he does this little shimmy shake. I don't know. Anyway, so those are the fun things I have for the Blue Jays. So I mean, I have a lot of things, Blue Jays, like a lot, but those are the bobbleheads I have. Oh, okay. I just realized that that the Gurriel Jr. one is broken. His leg's broken, which is not good. But yes, and I have, oh God, I don't know how many Jays hats I have. I have one, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I have 11 Blue Jays hats. They hang on my wall. So hey Nat, welcome to the stream. We were trying something a little bit different today. We're trying an earlier stream to see how people like it, if more people are going to join in during the day, but we also want to see, maybe I need to find a healthy balance. Maybe it should be starting at 6 and not 7, or maybe people want it later. So I know that Veronica really wants that a little bit earlier, but yeah. Dun, dun, dun. But yeah, so I'm not really sure what's happening. Alrighty, that was that was very weird. Very, very weird. Hey Ron, thanks for joining. Yeah, so again, we are a little bit early, so if you are just joining in, thank you for that. I know it's a little bit of a time change. We're just checking in to see how people are attracted to an afternoon stream versus a night stream. So yeah, that was really weird. Different. But yeah, so again, thank you for coming in and watching. I love when you guys chat in. Please make sure that you are sharing the stream out to your friends and family. We talk about anything and everything on Saturdays. So yeah, we were just talking about, actually Ron hasn't seen this yet because it just came in. So since you're just tuning in, Ron, I got one of the Funkos that I pre-ordered. Finally, I got one of them in. The other one is still on back order, but I got Falcon as Captain America. He came in today, so he's super cool. I love him. I'm really happy about this one. So I know the box is kind of glossy, so I don't know if you can see this better, but that's essentially what he looks like. But yeah, I'm pretty excited about it. Yeah, I don't read Japanese either, unfortunately. I mean, I wish that I did. I'm bilingual, but in French, so I don't know Japanese, unfortunately. It would be a great skill to have, to speak multi-languages. I only have 2. But hey, 2 is more than some people have. So hey, I can't complain with that. No, I cannot. But yeah, I thought it was pretty cool too, Ron. But how is everyone doing this weekend? Do we have major plans this weekend? Are we just chilling out? Because that's for the most part what I am doing. Oh, Nat is trilingual. What languages do you speak, Nat? Okay, so let me see here. All right, English, French, and Cantonese. Very cool. Very cool. Yeah, I tried to teach myself Spanish. It went well for a little bit. I also tried this like really random one. I tried to like teach myself Swahili. I don't know what enticed me to, but it's actually a pretty cool language, but like it's not close to any language. So you can't really compare it to anything because I understood Spanish more so because I have French under my belt. But yeah, Swahili is not like any other language. So that one's tough. And like, I completely forget all of it. So yeah, Spanish is definitely close to English for sure. But yeah, I'm trying to think what other languages, you know, like German is actually very close to English. There's a lot that's not similar, but there's a lot of like words that are like welcome is willkommen, but it's spelled like willkommen, but it's pronounced with a V, even though it's a W. That kind of stuff. And like caramel is caramel, but spelled with a K. So it is pretty similar. A lot of their C's are actually K's, which is kind of fun. But yeah, let me think here while... All right, so Veronica is not really doing much this weekend, which is fun. The Canadian Panther. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. I don't know. Should I can't really say Wakanda. Well, I guess I could say Wakanda forever. I have to think of like what to say. Because I'm not going to say Canada forever. That's weird. But anyhow, you know. So funny. Yeah, so I tried Swahili. I'll probably dive into it again because it is kind of fun. Or maybe I'll try just like African. I don't know. I want to learn like a totally random like language. Not random because like no language is really random, but it'd be random for like a Canadian to know that. So I have a friend from France. I almost tricked them when I was in France. I took a few pictures in Epcot in France. I love that. I love that. That's so funny. I have a few friends from France as well, and that's the beautiful thing about like working as a cultural rep. Is my music too loud? I think it is. I'm sorry. Sorry guys. It's like really loud on my end. Sorry. I'm like screaming. Okay, yeah, so that's like the great thing about working as a cultural representative in the World Showcase at Epcot is you get to meet people that become your forever friends around the World Showcase. So I have a bunch of friends from Germany. I have a lot of UK friends. I have a lot of friends from France, a few friends from Mexico. So like some pretty cool stuff with that. It took like 10 minutes. They said that's not France, it's too clean. Oh yeah, I can hear that. I mean, I've never been to France, so I can't tell you if it's like actually dirty or not. But Disney does do a very good job at keeping things clean. So I can see how that could be. How learning the UK accent. Oh, you're now learning the UK accent? Are you basically doing that off from Reese? I used to be semi-okay doing the UK accent, and now I can't do it. I can't do it very well. I used to be somewhat good at doing like an Irish accent, not so much anymore. I've lost a lot of my abilities to do accents. I'm pretty good, like if I hear someone talking long enough, I can pick up on like their mannerisms, and I can pick up on like the way they say it, not necessarily like their accent, but I don't know, like I can pick up on like I can not imitate. I guess it would be imitate, but I don't like imitation. To me sounds kind of like not derogatory, but it sounds kind of rude. So I guess I just like mimic. Is that a better word? I don't know. Like, for instance, that 90 Day Fiancé show, Yara, I used to be like, I was good at one point doing it. I don't know if I could right now because I haven't heard her in a while, but it's like whenever she says, Jovi, don't leave me alone, or however she says it, but like, that was fun. Anyway, I was good at it at the beginning. Now that I haven't heard it in a while, that's the thing. I have to hear it, like, frequently for me to be able to imitate it. Not necessarily accents, it's just the way people speak. So like other Canadians, I could probably, oh yeah, that person sounds like this when they talk, but I don't know if anyone else is good at doing accents or not, but yeah, I don't know. Okay, so now which UK accent are you trying to do though? Because there's like a lot. There are a lot of accents across the UK. Lots. So you could get like a Scouse accent. Could be up from the north. Then you have Scottish. There's so many. There's the Cockney accent. Yeah, like people from Manchester don't sound like people from London, and people from London don't sound like people from Cornwall, you know? So it's, and like, there's so many places that have different accents. The UK has so many different dialects. It's crazy. It is crazy. I think like a lot of people, when they try to like learn the UK accent, they automatically go to like the posh, like I sound like the Queen route. When there's like, that accent is like few and far between with actual people. I feel like not many people do that, but probably London. Okay, fair enough. And that's a thing too. There's just so many. There's so many. I mean, there's a lot of accents in Canada too. I mean, I'm Ontarian, so I'm really aggressive with my A's. So like, I say like pants, like I don't know how to explain that. Okay, you have a Southern accent. I used to try to do the Southern accent, but there are so many different draws to it. So like a Southern accent from Tennessee is going to sound very different to a Southern accent from like Louisiana. You know what I mean? So, and it's, what I find is very strange is the lack of accent in Florida. When you, like, if you were driving through the states, coming down the line, you would be going through so many states that have accents, and then you just enter Florida, and it's the only accent that I can pull out from Florida that's like very clear is Pensacola. You can usually hear that Pensacola accent or like the Panhandle. But like Florida in general doesn't have much of an accent, but you go through the southern states that have heavy accents. I don't know, like you hear someone, you're like, yeah, I hear the Texas there. But like, I don't get it. It's so strange. It's really strange. And then you get like, you get the Minnesota and North Dakota, you know, like that's what we think of. Like, it's funny. That's what I find a lot of people, from the United States think that like Canadians sound like, but like for us, that exaggerated O is like Minnesota. Like, I don't know why. Like, it's so funny. And like different provinces here have different accents too. Like you can tell when someone's from like Manitoba or now Alberta. You can definitely hear that. Over like Ontario, like I said, is like Florida, not the South, nor considered part of the deep South, which is so funny when you think about not part of the South, when it's like really it sticks out probably further south than a lot of states. So it's just interesting, like map wise versus like accent wise. Like this is, like the southern accent is not Florida for sure. So it's just really interesting. We end with A. Yeah, just not in the context that a lot of people think we do. So like a lot of people would think I would say, oh, I'm from Canada, eh? But if I say I'm from Canada, eh, I would be asking you to confirm that I'm Canadian, because it's like A is like a confirmation of a statement. So it's like if I was with somebody and we were outside, I'd be like, it's hot outside, eh? And that would just be them to say, to repeat like that and go, yeah, it is, as opposed to just going, it's hot outside, and hope someone responds. It's like confirmation of a statement, or like to entice somebody to respond. So I think that's where like a lot of people kind of like, because obviously we have like the take off, when you have Bob and Doug McKenzie, where we don't really say take off, I've said take off, but I don't say take off, Yeah, it's more a question. It's just, it's formatting your sentence in order to get a response, I guess, as opposed to just having an abrupt end to the conversation. Yeah, accents are very cool. Dialects are really interesting. Sayings are really interesting. Like whenever I lived in Toronto back in 2012, the first time, no, 2012, 2007, when I first moved there, or 2006, what year did I graduate high school? 2006. Whenever I first, like everybody said, instead of saying, oh, true, they would say it's true say. And then whenever I moved back to my hometown, I was saying it, and then a bunch of my friends here started saying it. So it's now become like a hometown thing for, amongst like my friends at least. So that's pretty funny. Oh yeah, true say. I'm just trying to think of like other sayings. Oh yeah, we live in igloos now, for sure. No, I have never even seen an igloo, so I don't know about you. Florida, more of Caribbeans, even though we are South. My family is from Mississippi. It cracks me up when they talk. They say gal instead of girl. Oh yeah. Yeah, I've heard some Mississippi accents. Not a lot of them, but I know pretty much what you're talking about for sure. And it's like the saying y'all. Like, I don't know anyone that says y'all in Canada. But I don't think we even say you all. What are you all doing? I think it's what's everybody doing? What's everyone up to? I think we use like everyone and everybody more than we would say y'all or you all. I know like sometimes, depending on who I'm talking to, because I do have friends that say it from the United States. So if I'm talking to them for a long period of time, sometimes I'll just like cling on to that y'all and I'll say it. But I feel like it sounds very unnatural coming from me. I don't know. That's like what I'm personally thinking. But yeah, so I don't know, like accents are so funny. They are so funny. Because then you have like the heavy New York accent, but then you also have the New Jersey accent, which you're like, why are they so different when the states are so close? It's so weird. Or like different parts of even the state of New York don't speak like New York, New York. Very interesting. Very interesting. So now it says y'all's the best. But yeah, so it'll be, I don't know, accents are funny. Accents are funny. Let me see here. All right, so how is everyone feeling about this time change in the stream? Is it too early? Should I bring it back to 7 o'clock, find the healthy medium and do 6 o'clock? Or do you prefer the late night ones where we go more like 8 o'clock? So that is the question, and I'm trying to gauge you guys because you guys are essentially the people that watch. So I want to make sure that we are pertaining to all of you guys. Make sure everyone can join in as best they can. I mean, obviously it's the weekend. So what do you think about Disney Genie? I think there's some good things. I think there is some bad things. I think, okay, so the one win that I think they have in the app is the forecasted wait times. That is, I think, a major win in terms of like, you can say, oh yeah, I'll come back a little bit later. I mean, it's never really going to be guaranteed because forecasts are just that. They are a forecast. So it's projected, but we don't know if it's actually. So what they're doing is they're integrating basically into the My Disney Experience and the Disneyland app, this Disney Genie service, and on it, it'll say, okay, there's it's a 30-minute wait time at Space Mountain. And then in brackets, it'll say, this is a lower than usual or a higher than usual wait time. And then it'll forecast a little bit later in the day for you. So I think that's pretty cool in terms of you don't really have to structure too much because you can just play off of the app and what it's telling you for later on. The Disney Genie Plus, I am not thoroughly convinced that it's a good thing. But that being said, Disneyland Paris and Disneyland in California have been paying for their FastPass services for a long time. And Disney World goers were quite spoiled in the sense that we didn't pay extra in our ticket for it. And we got 3 selections at a time. So we did get spoiled. So, I mean, it's hard when you take something away when you've had it for so long. But that's with anything. The $15 a day isn't necessarily that bad. I mean, talk to me again when they announce the policy for the annual passes, because right now annual pass holders must buy it by day. Well, I say right now because it's not even launched yet. Yeah, exactly. Land was paying one price, but technically it is one price. If you want Lightning Lane, then it's per attraction. So it really depends. And that is only going to be 2 attractions per park. So I think that depends on how you want to look at that one. But I think the rules are going to change because I do think that they are taking people's feedback simply because it wasn't that, it didn't go over very well. So I think either they need to elaborate more, they need to really share the list of attractions that are going to be under each notch. But I think what's really crummy about it is that you can only pick one at a time. I think that's a loss. I don't think that they were thinking that one through. But again, I don't know. That's not my job. So there's obviously a reason for them to think that that was a good idea. But again, like I said, they are taking everyone's feedback, and in particular annual pass holders, because they aren't even... So obviously the launch is in the fall. So as of right now, they haven't announced any discounts per day with the Genie Plus, nor have they announced if there's going to be like a set price that an annual pass holder can put on top of their annual pass, similar to the way Universal Studios does it, paying $20 for Small World. Yep, $20 to get a song in your head all day long. But I mean, so it's $15 at Disney World. It is $20 at Disneyland. So it's going to be a really interesting thing to see how it goes. I'll probably try it once just to say I did it. I might be like, hey, this is totally worth it. Oh, no problem, Herschel. They might say, I might look at it, do it, and be like, this is totally worth it, and I want to do it more often. Or I might want to just stick to what I know, and stick to what I knew as a kid, where I just utilized the standby lines. So it's really, really hard to say if it's a good or bad thing until all of the rules are completely public. Everything that you need to know is out in the open and a little bit closer to launch date. So it is really hard. I'll find out when I try it, I guess. But yeah, it's a really interesting thing. But I think that so the Disney Genie will also be changing and updating your itinerary. I mean, you don't have to obviously follow it, but it does change throughout the day, given forecasts, your own personal interests, that kind of thing. And I think that's great for people who do like to be spontaneous at the parks. I'm personally a planner, so I like to have my day fairly structured, so I'm not sure how much I would be utilizing that. But like I said on Wednesday, the more I go to Disney, the less I need to plan because I've already done so much in the parks. So I don't know. We're going to see. We're going to see. I think that what they did with the DAS Pass, though, is a great thing. It's basically going to be a lot easier to enroll, and you can do it prior to you arriving, and you'll be able to get your return times on the app for select attractions. Maybe not all of them, but I gotta get up at, yes. That is also a thing that's not the greatest. You cannot plan your trip in advance, which again, like I said, I'm a planner. So getting up at 7 a.m. every day, not only just to get a boarding group, that one doesn't really bother me too much because that's just normal. If I want to get on Rise of the Resistance, I get up at 6:30, prepare for 7 o'clock, and hope I get a boarding group. But getting up at 7 a.m. to try and get a fast pass or a Genie Plus pass or whatever you want to call it, Lightning Lane, to get that for an attraction that might only have a half-hour standby line, it's really hard for me to grab onto that concept. But again, like I said, the stuff that they have given us is all subject to change based on feedback. Processes change, all that stuff. So, I mean, I don't want to say take it with a grain of salt, because what they have in place is currently what they have in place. It hasn't changed, but it could. As with anything at the Disney World Resort, it can change. But I did make a video on the Disney Genie, so if you want to have a look at that, let me grab you that link. You can check that out whenever this is done, because I don't want you guys to leave. So let me just see here. Where is this? There it is. One moment, folks. I'll get you that link. Alrighty, so Disney Dreamer. Alrighty, so this is the link to go to my Disney Genie video. Again, check that out when the stream is done. Not necessarily right now, but definitely put that in another tab so you can check that out a little bit later. Alright, so Ron says people have to pay me to ride Small World. Yeah, he's not a fan of Small World. No, like you can't plan a day ahead. You have to plan day of, which is crazy. Also, I think that I am, what makes the app, well, not the app, what makes Disney Genie slightly unattractive to me is that it basically forces me on the phone, on my cell phone for 80% of my day. And the concept of Disney is to take you outside of reality and to engross you in what is going on actually around you. And I think that putting me looking at my phone 80% of my day, that's what I do in reality. So that's not really making me feel immersed in what is going on in basically the world that they've created. So I think for myself, overall, I probably won't utilize it that much. But again, we will see. When it releases, it might be a heck of a lot better than a lot of us are giving it any kind of, you know, it's just one of those things. So I don't know. It's going to be really interesting to see how it goes. I am interested to see how many people actually are like, you know what, I'll pay the $15 and just be done with it. I think Disney does a great job with their queues for the most part, and I like looking at the little things within the queues. So for me, I don't mind standby. But it is what it is. So we'll find out. We will find out. I know that was a long-winded response, but sorry about that. I like doing day of, just not at 7 a.m. reason why gives everyone an even playing. Yeah, absolutely. For sure. I definitely understand that. I remember before FastPass Plus came, where you could do it in advance on the app, you had to run. Like, if you were there at Road Drop and you're like, I need a return time. Toy Story Mania was always the worst one. You literally had to, like, you got in the park, you had to, like, speed walk, because you're not allowed to run in the parks, people. You had to, like, power walk your way through the whole park to get to the attraction that you want to get a fast pass for. So, and then sometimes you'd get there and it was like, oh, sorry guys, we're out for the day. So I remember back in the paper fast pass day, I do miss the paper fast pass. I do miss them. However, I know like a lot of people who have lost them, but like that's their own problem. Protect that like it's cash. Just saying. Yeah, the paper ones were so cool. I think I still have like one of mine somewhere, but it wasn't like a fast pass that I didn't use. It was, I had a fast pass for an attraction and it broke down. So then I got one of those multi-attraction fast passes where you can pick what attraction you want to go to because your ride broke down. But yeah, so it was one of those. But now they put it all on your app. So if you don't have the Disney app, the Disney World, well, my Disney Experience app or the Disney World app, I highly recommend you get it because you're going to need it. Especially if you want to get virtual queues. So, for sure with that. Let's see. Let's see. Oh, I'm going to put this out there because I do have a good friend that is in Louisiana. So I'm just going to tell everybody that if you are in Louisiana or if you know anyone that's in Louisiana, my heart is going out to you guys because I think they're going to get hit pretty hard with Ida coming through. It's supposed to hit them overnight tonight, I believe. So I'm thinking of everybody. I hope that everybody is super safe. I hope everyone is as prepared as they possibly can be. Seems like they're never given a break. So again, everyone in Louisiana, if you are watching or if you know somebody that's down there, I'm thinking of you. And if you do know somebody down there, please make sure you are checking on them and make sure that they are completely prepared. I've been checking in on my friend, making sure everything's good over on that side. So definitely, I'm thinking of everybody in Louisiana. And yep, so if you know anyone, reach out to them. Make sure that they know that you're thinking of them because it's important. But yeah, so that I'm just going to say that right now because it's crazy. I've been watching the news on it, and I just heard the Louisiana governor speak, and so it's going to be a little bit of a doozy. Well, a little bit. Hopefully, it's not what they're anticipating. That's like my number one wish is that I hope it's just not what they're anticipating. So yeah, I hope everyone's fine. Lots going on because right now it's a category 2, and it's supposed to, they're anticipating it to be a category 4 by the time it hits Louisiana. And like, good grief, that state cannot catch a break. It's crazy. Ugh. I feel terrible. I feel terrible for them. But again, I just hope that it's not what they're thinking it's going to be. I hope it starts dying down quickly. Hopefully. Oh, God. But it just, yeah, you just don't want to see any like catastrophes or like that happen. That's not okay. The world's crazy, right? Natural disasters are kind of cuckoo bananas. Yeah, let me see. I want to see if there's other things that we can like chit-chat. Yeah, I wouldn't want to live there either. Although I have heard, so my cousin, he goes to New Orleans a lot for work, and his wife is absolutely obsessed with it. She loves going with him to New Orleans, so I'm really interested in going to visit because I've heard great things about it. I really like crawfish, so I would love to go to like a big like crawfish like boil. I think that'd be really fun. Because I don't know if you guys have seen what they do where they like basically have like a tarp almost on a table, and it's just like a massive like mound of crawfish, and people like sit around this picnic table and just like picking it up. It's crazy. But yeah, I really want to experience that. I think it's pretty cool. When I lived in Toronto, I used to order, oh my God, the Captain's Boil all the time, and I used to always get the crawfish. Yeah, I would visit it for sure. But again, I can't say I wouldn't live there. I mean, weather-wise, for sure, I wouldn't want to, but it might be a really cool state to live in. I don't know. It's hard to say, right? Hard to say. I mean, really, you could kind of say the same thing, too, if you wanted to, like, live in, like, Key West or on the Gulf Coast. Yeah, or, like, Tampa. They get hit all the time. And like Miami, they get hit with storms too all the time. You cook that crawfish in some beer. Oh, now you're talking my language here. Now, as a Canadian, we do enjoy an apple juice or two. Oh, interesting. I wonder if I should try doing a boil, like a crawfish boil here at my home. It's going to be nothing, obviously, like the real thing, but that would sound, oh my God, I should do that. Oh, ooh, interesting. Interesting. Let's see. I'm going to try it. I will try it. Okay, that is on my list. Ron, maybe we should do that when I visit Florida. Maybe we can do that together. I think that would be fun. For sure there are recipes. Yeah, for sure. Oh my God, that's so exciting. Okay. Thank you for that tip, Theme Park Lifestyle. That is awesome. Awesome. That is awesome. But yeah, let me think. Okay, so now that we've talked about something that I'm going to try, let's think of, here, Theme Park Lifestyle, do you like coconut? Yes or no? Because I won't tell you to make this if you don't like coconut. Or if you're allergic to it. Because I know quite a few people that are allergic to coconut, which is very unfortunate, and I feel bad for them. Because I love coconut. Dun, 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 dun. Get right, seasoning and potatoes and corn and sausage. Yes. Okay, so Nat likes coconut, which is great. So Nat, you're going to know, I think you probably know where I'm going with this for Theme Park Lifestyle. But I am going to highly recommend, okay, great, you love coconut. I am going to find you a recipe. You need to make Nanaimo Bars. Nanaimo Bars are, so they're named after Nanaimo, British Columbia. And basically it's like custard and coconut and how do you explain it? I don't know. It's like, and chocolate, obviously. I say obviously like you knew that. Yeah, it's so good. They are so good. And I'm not a big sweets person, and I don't really particularly like custard, but this is like, you serve it cold, so it's not like mushy custard like in a Boston cream donut or something like that. It's actually like, it's a hard custard. Oh man. Hang on, I'm going to put that in the chat for you because I feel like if you like chocolate and if you like coconut, you will like Nanaimo Bars. So there you go. I was going to say that you should try tarte à sucre, which is sugar pie. That's also really good and super easy to make, but very, very, very rich. So look up like a Quebec sugar pie. And then, again, there's the poutine, which is, poutine is how you would say it in English, which is French fries, cheese curds, and and brown gravy. So good. So good. I love them. Oh my God. I'm making myself hungry, and I literally just ate, so. God, what is wrong with me? But yeah, so definitely check those out, because those are awesome. Those are very, very good. Yes, poutine is like my favorite food of all time. I love poutine so much. I'm like uber Canadian when it comes to things like that. I really am. But yeah, so honestly, I don't know. Like, what else do you guys want to talk about? We can end this. That looks good. Oh my gosh. Yes, you need to. They're so good. They are so, so good. And like butter tarts are good, but I think that's like worldwide. But like, I don't know. I know like it's a lot of like French Canadian grandmothers make that. Like my grandmother makes it all the time. Well, did make it all the time. How about a beaver tail? Oh, beaver tails. See, now I'm not a big beaver tail fan, but I know a lot of people who are. They actually used to have beaver tails in Epcot. Not sure if you knew that. But the beaver tail company couldn't keep up with the demand of Disney World. So in the production side of it, so they actually had to end up leaving Epcot, unfortunately. But it was there at one point. Yeah, beaver tails are really, really good. How would you explain a beaver tail? I guess some people call them elephant ears. I don't know. Let me see. Beaver tails. What is in a beaver tail? It is a fried dough pastry that has, oh, no, that's not it. But it is a fried dough pastry with basically like cinnamon sugar all over it. No, it's not real beaver. No. We don't eat beaver here. That is our national animal. I'm pretty sure that would be against the law. That would be like eating a bald eagle egg. You don't want to do that. Shame. Yeah, so let me see. I think like the big one is like the cinnamon sugar and stuff. Oh man, can you imagine if we actually, eating beaver tail. Yuck. Yeah, beaver tails are good. What are other Canadian foods? Let's see. Other Canadian foods. Let me think. Elephant ear. Okay, we eat those. Okay, so basically it's the same thing as an elephant ear. It's just called a beaver tail because they like, I don't know, made it more Canadian that way, I guess. If you ever, oh, you know what you need to do? I don't know how you'll do this because I feel like you don't get snow. But a really good thing was we used to do it, not often, but when we did, it was really, really good. It's a thing called tiet. I don't know how you would say it. The word tiet in English is pull, but I don't think that the snack would be called pull. I don't know if it has an English name. But basically what you do is you boil, super Canadian, you're going to laugh. You're going to boil maple syrup. So it's obviously like bubbling. And then you take the pot and you go outside and you take like a blank popsicle stick. So like new ones. You pour a line, like a straight line down the snow of the maple syrup. And as soon as it hits the snow, you take your popsicle stick and you start turning and like wrapping it. And so it makes like this ball of maple syrup that's soft but hard at the same time. So it's kind of like a taffy, but more soft. So I guess you could call it maple taffy. It's similar to that, but like tiet is so good. So good. There's also a snack here. Well, snack, it's like a spread, kind of like Nutella would be, but it's called mapo spread. That is addictive. Addictive. And I'm not a sweets person, but like if something is sweetened with maple syrup, count me in, folks. That I'm such a little Canadian. Yeah, but don't snow in Florida. No, I wouldn't say so. Maybe if you could get like, if you could find somewhere that has like shaved ice that you can like purchase. I don't know. But if you do ever visit Canada in the winter, make sure you go to a sugar bush, which is what they call like maple syrup conglomerates. Yeah, so make sure you head over to a sugar bush and they will make it for you. Oh man, it's so good. It's so good. Man, I swear. Now we're talking all the snacks. And I'm not a big like, I'm a snacker. Don't get me wrong. But I'm not like a sweets snacker. See. Yeah, me too. I love trying food from other countries. I am like, I'm not going to say I'm super adventurous. Like if you told me to like eat an eyeball because it's a delicacy somewhere, I wouldn't do that. That's gross. Or like balut. It's called balut? Is that what it's called? Where it's like that egg. I couldn't do it. But there's like a lot of things that I will eat. Like I love Greek food. There's a place in Florida that's like about 45 minutes outside of Orlando, I'd say. So good. And their octopus is so delicious. So like, I like stuff like that. That stuff doesn't scare me. But I'm not quite sure. Like I like just trying different cuisines in general. My sister actually found this really, really, like really good restaurant in Montreal that is like Russian cuisine, and like I never even thought about what Russian cuisine was. It's just not something that like, triggered my mind, but apparently it's delicious. Yeah, maple syrup is the bomb. It is so good. But what I think I'm going to end the stream for the day because I mean I had a great time talking snacks and stuff, but now I'm getting hungry. So there's that. But thank you so much for tuning in. Please make sure that you are voting in either my Facebook group poll and or my community tab because I do want to know what time you guys would prefer me to go live, if you prefer Saturdays or Sundays, and what time you would prefer on those ones. So please make sure you are voting in that because that is how I'm going to make sure that I can cater to you guys. So thank you again for tuning in. It's always a pleasure, and it was an interesting test today. Very interesting test. But thank you so much again, and I will see you on Wednesday. Have an awesome day.